How's it going, gang? Popular. You've got to be popular. I think I streamed just then, like 15 minutes ago, but apparently I have to actually open up YouTube Studio to stream. Um, so yeah. How's it going, gang? Popular. You've got to be popular. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I learned. No, it wasn't my okay. So here's my second attempt of streaming. Let me shut this guy up. All right. So, anyways, I've got to recreate what I just said in the last stream that didn't end up streaming apparently. So, anyways, I ended up seeing Wicked. And yeah, it's a really good movie. I don't normally watch musicals, but that's because I don't know. I just don't know why I don't. I guess musicals are just a little bit more. Not my like. I like action movies. Yeah, that's how it is. There aren't any action musicals, so I think they should start making action musicals. That would be life changing. But yeah, yeah, I really enjoyed Wicked. Probably like the second best movie of the year. Number one, of course, being Sonic the Hedgehog 3. But yeah, musicals are cool. Like it's just the way that what is it? It's immersive, you know? Like it's immersive. It's really cool. Like in a normal movie, you might have like 2 or 3 people standing and talking, and they convey a point through like cinematography and stuff like that, and the dialogue. But with musical, it's like
We were born ready.
you get the music that conveys the point, and then you get like the cool cinematography, and then you get like this dancing choreography, and it's like not just 3 people in a scene, but like background characters are dancing, and everyone's just like everyone's just getting into it. It's kind of crazy. It's really impressive. So I never really understood people who don't enjoy musicals, especially with a whole thing where it's like, oh, I get pulled out of the experience when characters start singing. It's like, okay, why? It's a movie. It's a movie. It's not really meant to be realistic. If you go into a movie, if you go into a musical, you have to expect them to sing, and then you can suspend your belief. Like that's kind of the whole point, isn't it? So yeah, it's never really made sense to me how people. I mean, it does kind of make sense. That's how I felt as a kid, but then as like a grown-ass man now, it just feels like a childish opinion to have. Because it's a musical. The whole point is the music, so just shut up and enjoy the music. I think Wicked, I feel like Wicked was a little bit more jarring between the transitions, with the transitions between the normal talking and the singing. With Tick Tick Boom that I've seen in La La Land, I felt like the transitions were a lot more natural. But with Wicked is a little bit silly, but you know, again, it's like once you get past the initial back whiplash, I guess, like you can get into the music, and it's just like a music video, so, you know, you just enjoy it that way.
We will have our revenge.
Yeah, it's good. That's why it really made sense to me. Again, I just find it like a immature kind of opinion. Especially when stuff like anime exists and people can enjoy that. If you're like an anime enjoyer and you can't enjoy musicals, I think there's a bit of hypocrisy there, because anime is not realistic either, and it's also like the dialogue isn't realistic, and I don't know, there's a lot of unrealistic things about anime that can bring you out of the experience. So I don't know how musicals are any worse. And I'm saying that as like an anime watcher. I love anime. But yeah, I'm just saying you gotta have a bit of consistency there. I guess it's a different type, but I think at the at the end of the day, it boils down to something not being realistic and can bring you out of the experience. Anime, for example, can be very it can really spoon feed you with what's happening with the dialogue and monologue. It can treat you like a baby a bit. So yeah.
Somebody better call Google Maps.
Shut the freak up, Sonic.
Choices we make. Remember to listen to your heart.
What else did I say before when I was live streaming?
Wanna head out to another? Who does your highlights?
I'm not familiar with the live stream game, guys. I'm sorry.
This ends now.
Our destiny.
But it's so cool seeing SA2 being properly adapted into this like action movie. It's because like that was the whole point of Sonic, wasn't it? Like it took inspiration from like stuff like Star Wars. I'm sure the reason why they called the GameCube port or any port of Sonic Adventure Director's Cut is because the whole point of Sonic Adventure was to be like this movie kind of event, like this disaster movie kind of event. It's got multiple storylines like a Tarantino film. Sonic is actually very movie inspired. It's also a very visual series. A lot of storytelling is done visually. And yeah, Sonic is literally built for the big screen. I'm just telling you. So now that we've gone past like the silly buddy road cop trip and the silly adventure story in Sonic 2, now it's like Sonic 3, the world-ending, big, terrifying blockbuster event that they've been trying to emulate for, or they've been trying to transfer or like translate into video games, into platformers. And I'm so excited to see it. Sonic Adventure 2 has a really good story. I mean, there are some things with the writing that you could critique, but I think overall, when you consider that it's a video game first and foremost, and that being said, it's a platformer, it's not like other video game genres that can put more focus on the story. It is a platformer first and foremost, so the gameplay does kind of come first. Cutscenes have to be a lot shorter, they can't be that long. I think Sonic Adventure 2 does a really good job of telling the story that they wanted to tell. And it was very experimental with storytelling, and it was so awesome. So I hope they pay more attention to the music in this one, especially after the success of the Mario movie. It gives Paramount a little bit more confidence to play around with the music. And I hope when the time comes, they really treat this with a lot of gravitas. They really treat the story really seriously. Because the second trailer is a bit more comedic, it's a bit more jokey. Compared to the first, so that's got me a little worried. But coming up with scenes like this, it's like it's taking it real seriously. This ominous piano just going doom, doom. It's playing it completely straight until we get to the silly little Christmas stinger at the end. But yeah, hopefully Gerald betraying Eggman goes crazy and my life has changed after this movie. I better be crying in the cinema. I better be bawling my eyes out seeing Sonic Adventure 2 adapted in all its glory. But yeah, good night. But yeah, hopefully Gerald betraying Eggman goes crazy and my life has changed after this movie. I better be crying in the cinema. I better be bawling my eyes out seeing Sonic Adventure 2 adapted in all its